So the Bible speaking in the book of Joshua chapter 1 and in verse 8 tells us, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." So when the Bible talks about good success, by implications, there is something that also exists called bad success. But if actually what you want to achieve is good success, Joshua chapter 1 and in verse 8 gives you a step-by-step protocol that leads to the attainment of what we call good success. And it begins by saying that this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. That means that the departure of that book from your mouth already contradicts your attainment of good success. So it shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. So it is meditation that leads to the observation, in order for you to be able to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. I like for you to know that the word of God is first of all practiced mentally before it is practiced physically, because meditation itself is actually a mental process. Until a man practices the word of God mentally, he cannot be able to practice the word of God physically. And by mental practice of the word of God is what I'm talking about, meditation. Mental practice of the word of God is actually meditation. And if you meditate on it long enough, you will find yourself physically acting on the word of God. So Joshua chapter 1 and in verse 8 gives us a 3 steps that when you apply, you will actually attain at what we call good success. The first step there is called meditation. The second step there is called observation. And the last step there is called application. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth. Thou shalt meditate. So the first step to the attainment of good success is what we call meditation on the word of God. And in order for you to meditate on the word of God, you should ensure that it never departs from your mouth. And by meditation, I'm simply talking about mental practice. Mental practice. As a believer, you must carve out time to practice the word of God mentally, to think about the word, to ponder on the word, to meditate on the word. When you meditate, the next thing that happens is observation. You will observe in order for you to do. So it takes observation for you to do. The Bible said, "Thou shalt observe, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein." So in order for you to do according to all that is written therein, you first of all have to observe what you have meditated over. So the 3 steps to the attainment of good success is first of all meditation, which involves mental practice, observation, and then application. In the application, what you are actually doing is that you are engaging the word of God physically. In meditation, what you are actually doing is that you are engaging the word of God mentally. And when you follow this 3 steps protocol, at the end of the day, you will collide with what we call good success. Good success is what we call the blessings of God. And the blessings of God actually make it rich and added no sorrow to it. Learn to dwell on the word of God via meditation, observation, and ultimately you will find out that application of the word is easy when you have meditated and observed it sufficiently. God bless you.